Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for tuning into this video on this fine Sunday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out here in the garage working with my Z. This is Zailas Z33. As you guys know, if you've been following my videos, the 2 or 3 that are up already, I don't know. I'm out here messing with the exhaust system. I got a new exhaust I'm trying to put on, change out the stock one, and I'm going to exchange it with this guy. This is the Tomei Expreme Ti titanium exhaust. Beautiful system for sure. It's just the muffler. I don't have the Y pipe or the V2 headers yet. Those will be coming eventually, but even just the muffler is very nice. It's a great upgrade from the stock unit. So I'm out here trying to change this. I've had this muffler for about a week now and have not been able to put it on yet, and I will show you guys why. Got the car already jacked up, as you can see, and kind of have a unique problem here. Maybe it's not so unique, maybe it's fairly common, but seeing as though this is a 2007, the car's not even 10 years old yet, I was a bit surprised to find what I found underneath the car here. So I'm going to hop under the car and show you guys what's going on, why this exhaust system isn't already on the car. Alright, so moving under the car, the lighting is a little dimmer under here, so I hope you guys will be able to see this. Now this is the Y pipe right here. This we will not be changing out. That's the stock Y pipe. Turn the camera. Stock Y pipe, which in itself is a pretty effective unit. You know, you don't really need to change it out if you don't want to. It's quite effective, but you do get a little bit of extra power, particularly in the upper range when you do change your Y pipe as well. But this right here is what we're going to be focusing on changing. This is the flange that goes back to the muffler. And this is where the Tomei muffler system mates up to right here, up to this flange. And here is my problem. When I got under here to try and change this, I ran into these studs and nuts. And I'm not sure, again, if you can see that very well, but they are rusted to the point of that I can't even recognize them anymore. I cannot see any thread, and it's on both sides. I cannot see any thread on that stud anymore, and the nut was so seized that all of the seams between the nut and the stud and the flange were no longer visible. It was just completely caked with rust. And yeah, I don't know who owned this car before me, but they must have been driving in an area that was pretty filled with salt or something, or either that or they pressure washed the underneath of this car or something, because yeah, these nuts and studs got just caked with rust. And it's a similar issue if you go up to the nuts and studs that are fastening the Y pipe up to the cats. They're also really badly rusted. And so when I saw this for the first time, of course my first instinct was to hit these things with some penetrant oil, something with strong penetrating property, and you know, WD-40 is definitely not going to cut it for something like this. So I first went ahead and hit it with PB Blaster, and I know there's better than PB Blaster on the market. And I let that soak for a good 6 hours, and then after that I mixed up some ATF and some acetone, which is a fairly well-known homebrew penetrant, and then I hit it again with that stuff for another 24 hours, and I let that stuff just soak in really good at these bolt points. And came back to it the next day and got my torque wrench on it, and as you can see, it rounded out pretty good. That nut right there is almost completely rounded, and I think it might have cracked the rust a little bit. You can see just a slight seam around where the nut and the flange connects together, whereas before you couldn't see that at all. But I mean, the nut just rounded right out. I mean, it was crazy. I thought it had cracked and moved a little bit, and then I was torquing it, and I took my torque wrench off of it, and I found that the nut was just completely rounded off at this point. So just a horrible situation. You know, I want to get my exhaust on there so bad when you get under the car and you think, oh, it's going to be simple, just take the old one off, get the new one on, and you know, you'd be good to go. But yeah, no dice with that. The story of my life, really. I could go on, but I won't. But yeah, I mean, down there toward the rear of the car where the stock muffler is, I torqued off one of the nuts, and the stud came with it. It actually snapped the stud bolt completely off. Miraculously, I did get the other nut off on the other side over there, but I don't even really need to take that one off. I was just trying to torque them off to see if it was even going to be a possibility, because this is clearly what I'm dealing with. So I have tried everything that I know how to do at home. You know, like I said, I tried the penetrating oils. I have tried to get a power tool up in there. I've got a corded impact wrench that didn't do anything. I've got a battery powered impact, didn't do anything. I've tried the vice grips. I've tried chiseling it with a hammer, and just nothing, man, nothing. So my only option at this point is to either cut them off, which I really don't want to do. If I could, I'd like to preserve the studs because I want to use them for my new exhaust, obviously. Slide my new exhaust onto the studs. But if I can't, then I'm going to have to cut those studs off, cut the nut off, and buy new studs. And somehow hope that I can get the old studs out of the sleeve. And yeah, go from there. But that's going to be a pain in the ass, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the car over to a auto maintenance shop that I live next to. It's a Firestone, and it's like the only place that's open. It's Sunday today, so almost every other place is closed on Sunday. But I'm going to go over there and see if they have time to put my car up on a lift and see if they can't break these things, because I've pretty much exhausted every single option that I have at home and really don't want to cut them if I don't have to. So I'm going to see if they can't work some kind of magic over there. I mean, they may be too busy. I don't know. I actually took the car over to Midas on Friday, I think it was, and they didn't have time. They're always busy. So came home, tried to torque on a little bit more myself, and it just didn't budge. So I'm gonna go over to Firestone today and see if they can help me out, and if they can, that'd be great. I don't really need them to do anything else besides just crack those things so I can take them off and put the new exhaust on, and that'd be fantastic. So I'm going to take you guys along and see if I'm able to get that done. Let's get going. I'll lower the car down and we'll take a little drive. Beautiful sunny day today. Sunny Sunday. Now this place isn't far. It's like a 3-minute drive. It's kind of convenient. I live next to 3 auto maintenance shops, and 2 of them are closed on Sundays, and one of them is open. So I'm gonna go hit them up and see if they can help me out. They may or may not be able to, I don't know. It's kind of an odd request, or at least I think it is. It might not be, I don't know. But they could also be booked up for the day, I don't know. Or at least for the morning. A lot of times these auto maintenance places, they book up, they make appointments and they book up, you know, people coming in for alignments or smog checks or whatever. So, and it is Sunday, so a lot of people have a lot of free time, go get their cars checked out. So, I don't have an appointment or anything, I'm just going to kind of go if I get lucky, see if they have any free time. See if they can break these nuts off for me. Yeah, man, I have never seen anything so rusted. I mean, I imagine it's a common sight for people who get up under cars and stuff all the time, but when I got under there to try and take my exhaust off for the first time, and I saw the condition of the studs and the nuts, man, it blew me away. And I tried everything, man. Like I said, I tried hand tools, power tools, tried the torch, you know, pretty much everything you can imagine to try and get rusty hardware loosened up, but no dice. So I've already arrived. Like I said, it was only like a 3-minute drive, so I don't even think it's been that long. I'm gonna go in here and see if these guys can help me out. Alright, so unfortunately, like I said, they were all booked up today, so no dice. But the dude in there did recommend that I try out this Goodyear place just down the street, because they're open today also. So that's what I'm gonna do. Not far, so it's not gonna set me back too much. Man, I can't believe that, man, that they're booked up all freaking day from 9 o'clock from opening. I mean, like, what about the average person that needs to come in for some service or whatever? The belt snaps or whatever, and they don't have an appointment. Seems kind of weird that they just don't have any time, you know? But I've never owned an auto maintenance shop, so who am I to say? I don't know. But it's nice that at least I can have another shot here and see if Goodyear can squeeze me in. I mean, all I need is for them to just crack those nuts off the studs. I mean, I don't need like a serious job or anything. I bet they can do it in, you know, just a matter of minutes. But I'm sure they don't see it that way. Alright, it's not far at all. We're already here. Up. Never actually been to this Goodyear. I go by it all the time. It's right down the house, or right down the street from my house, but never actually been here. I usually do all the maintenance and everything on my ride myself. Check it out. Well, Goodyear does not service mufflers. So that's that, I suppose. Kind of dead in the water for today. Everybody else is closed. So both Goodyear and Firestone that I just came from both recommended that I go to Marco Muffler, which is just down the street that way, but they're closed today as well. Just my luck, you know, that I have Sunday off out of the entire week, and it's the only day I can really get out to try and get this done. And of course everybody's closed. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. But it's all good. I can wait an extra day. I'll swing by the muffler place tomorrow morning. I do work tomorrow, but it's an evening shift, so I'll have a couple of hours in the early morning and get over here and get this done. Man, I want to get that new exhaust on so bad. Waited long enough. I've had it sitting in my garage for like a week now, trying to get these nuts off, and I don't want to damage the nuts or round them off so bad that, you know, I'm forced to cut the studs out. So I'd really like to preserve the studs if I can, so I can just pop the new exhaust on there. If I cut the studs, then I'm gonna have to order new studs and try to get the old ones out of the sleeves, and who knows how long that's gonna take. I really don't want to have to deal with that if I don't have to. So ideally, I need to just get those nuts loose, break those things off, and then slip the new exhaust. I'll buy new nuts, obviously. Wouldn't reuse the old ones. And just slip the new exhaust onto the existing studs. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming along. It's my first vlog style video like this, so hope you guys enjoyed it. I might add to it a little bit later in the day if I do anything interesting. Just try it out. See the response, if I get any kind of response. So I got my air suspension all installed and everything, and I am definitely still making videos detailing that, and I'll be uploading those as soon as possible. Kind of a busy guy, so I have limited time, but I definitely want to get some more content out to you guys. You know, I'm a smaller channel, but everybody starts small, so I'm not that worried about it. But yeah, so that's my little Sunday morning excursion, trying to go around to the car shops and see if they can help me out. Probably could have expected the outcome, but you never know unless you try, right? Alright, like I said, I may pop the camera back on, do a little more recording if I do anything else interesting today. If not, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you guys on the next one. What is up, guys? We're a couple days later here, and as you can see and as you can hear, got the exhaust on. Thing sounds absolutely amazing. I guess that's the sound quality that you get with a titanium muffler. Can't say how much I love the sound. It's just night and day difference from stock to this. The buildmanship, the quality is just top of the line. So big props to Tomei for that. They did an awesome job. So I went over to the Marco muffler place, like I was saying, the next day, and they definitely know what they're doing over there. They took it into the shop, put it up on a lift without many questions at all. I told them what I needed done, and they threw it up on the lift, and they took a look at those nuts and said they're pretty much completely done. You know, they're corroded to the point where, you know, you can't get them off by conventional means, and you wouldn't want to reuse them even if they could get them off. So their option was to just cut them off. You know, they said we're just gonna have to cut them off and throw some new bolts in there, and you know, they had to cut the old stud out and everything too. So that's what they did. They put it up on a lift, fired up a torch, and they cut those suckers out. So they threw some new bolts in there. You know, charged me 40 bucks for the labor. It took like 20 minutes, and took it off the lift, and it was ready to go. Put new bolts in there, buttoned them up, drove it home, had the exhaust on that night. So I'm so happy with the result. Like I said, I couldn't be happier. So for those of you with Z's of your own, or one of the many other cars that Tomei makes an application for, can't recommend it enough. It's one of the most amazing exhaust systems that you can get on the market. They make a muffler, and they also make a a Y pipe for the Z's if you want to go that route. They also make headers in the front, so you can get the full system, the full setup if you want, and you're going to definitely see some gains from that. One thing to keep in mind is this exhaust system is extremely loud. This is a full titanium exhaust system, so you're definitely going to get a lot of noise coming from this thing. For some people, that's not a negative at all. That's what they want, and that's kind of what I want too, but I don't want it so loud to the point where I'm drawing too much attention to myself, especially from the police. So it does come with a silencer you can throw in there to muffle it a little bit. I highly suggest that you use that if you're in an area that has neighbors that are a little sensitive to sound, or a lot of a large police presence. Definitely make sure you're taking care of that. Otherwise, when you're driving around, just keep it in neutral most of the time, or coast, or whatever you want to do. Don't make too much racket, and they shouldn't bother you too much. This exhaust system is definitely designed for off-road use, racing use primarily, so you know, don't drive around on public roads like you're in a race car, and you should be fine. But as far as price is concerned, this exhaust system you can get for about $1,000 depending on where you buy it, which is a great price. I mean, the quality can't be beat, and honestly, what do you want, you know, for your money? I mean, I think it's if you're gonna modify your car, if you enjoy your car, go for the best. You know, save a little bit of money if you don't have enough at the moment, and you know, get the stuff that's really going to last a long time, and it's going to look and sound great, make your car take it up to the next level. So had to go with the Tomei. I think it's an awesome system. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys on the next video. I don't know what it's going to entail, but hope you guys will come back and keep coming back. Talk to you guys later.